Well, good morning, everybody. Off to work we go. Unfortunately, we have the long drive. That's so crazy. They messed that. To trash your own car like that, I mean, it had to have been what it was. It kept coming back. Checking on it, then started messing with it. They were hoping somebody else did the damage, so they got caught. That's funny. Anyways, we got really lucky yesterday. I know I said it yesterday, but we got really lucky. Well, today, hopefully, after work, the new other forest is open. I have a feeling they're just twiddling their thumbs to show how understaffed they are while they drive around all day and do nothing. But we'll see. Well, yeah, they've been talking about all kinds of work they're going to do, and but they can't get out and open a gate. Yeah. But if worse comes to worse, we're coming back out here tonight because I want to be able to sleep in tomorrow. I don't want to have to get up at 6, 7 in the morning to get off a city street, move. That's the way I like to be. I don't like to sit in the area in the morning. So no matter what, we're coming out to a forest, whether it be here or the other one. Hopefully it's the other one. And then if we have to go into town tomorrow to get our... Sorry about that, son. Didn't realize. We have to go into town tomorrow to get our packages. So be it. Because I'm not staying in the city just to get my packages. And I'm not going to go to the woods. It's all right. I'm getting on the main road. We will see you after work. Here goes forest truck right there. 2 people in it. All right. See you on the flip side. All right. Take 2. I honestly almost don't even feel like driving over there. I have a feeling it's not going to be open. I have a feeling they're just procrastinating. But we're going to take a look because I'd much rather be down here. If it's not, we're heading back to the other woods or forest because I don't want to be in town. Definitely on a night off. When I can sleep in tomorrow and relax. I got packages to pick up tomorrow, but honestly, if it's not open tonight, I may not come back tomorrow night either. I may wait till the next day. Get the packages. The backup camera is really the only thing I really want to get for my days off. So I could try that and install it, see how it works, and if not, I could order another one. I saw one I liked better. The problem is it's magnetic. Somebody just walk by and take it off the van. So, I don't know. But let's head to the woods. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Well, hope for the best. I almost didn't even drive out here. I knew they weren't going to open it yet. They're just twiddling their thumbs. Well, I'm not staying in the city tonight. No way. Hopefully, it doesn't look like it. So hopefully we don't get one of a squall like that happened last night. I was thinking about taking the other way that I forgot about yesterday. But I think that I'll actually be slower. It didn't take me long to get to the highway going this way. So we're going to go that same way. But that means I'm not coming back into town tomorrow. So that means we won't get the reverse camera tomorrow. We'll have to pick that up the next day. But hopefully maybe we can get the poplar trimmed out on the microwave pantry cabinet. I think it's supposed to be halfway nice tomorrow. I don't know. Kind of conflicting weather reports. The one says, possibility of rain overnight and early morning, but then clearing up. Not being warm, but, dry and fairly sunny. So let's hope that's the case. We can get the trim work done. Then we'll come back into town the next day, pick up our packages, do our errands that we normally do on our days off, then give it another shot out here. Hopefully it'll be open, but I just don't have high hopes. But all right, we'll see you from camp.
Well, good evening, all. Here we are. I'm not so disappointed. I wish I was at the other forest I would like to be at. I tried to look it up on the internet, and everything says it should be open. But it's not. We're definitely going to stay here tonight. We're here. And I'm not going to drive back there tomorrow to check it out. Hopefully we can get some work done on the van. Trim out the cabinet. Maybe move the fridge up. I don't know. But we'll see. But I'm not going to drive in just to see if it's open. I like my little spot out here. It's a nice little spot that basically nobody knows about. And I get all to myself. And you guys get to follow along. But I wish I was there. It's a really nice forestry camp spot with beautiful camp spots. And I would like to have a real forest campfire. But we'll see if and when it opens. But we'll stay out here tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm out of pellets. Well, I've got a few more left, but not enough for tomorrow. Excuse me. So we have to drive into town if I want to stay out here tonight or tomorrow night to have a little fire. That's no big deal. But again, disappointed. I know a lot of forestry services are pissed off with things that are happening in the government. Not going to get involved in that. This channel is not about that. Not my political views or yours. I don't want to hear them. Please. But really, you can't unlock a gate. And you're talking about doing all kinds of excavating work to make more biking trails. And nothing personal. Everybody can use the forest as they want. But why should you cut trees down to build trails? Go around the trees. They've been there. And you may ask, well, why should I camp there? Well, I can camp between trees, no issue. But if you're going to make or spend a lot of money to build trails and things like that, then why can't you open the forest? If you're saying it's, we don't have enough people, well, then why cut trees down? That's as far as I'm going with that. My little rant. Sorry. But hopefully tomorrow it'll be a nice day and we get some work done in the van. It'd be nice to. I haven't got much done the last few weeks. And again, the backup camera I bought, not real excited about it. Not sure how well it's going to work. We'll check it out when we get it the day after tomorrow. But I'll keep looking. I don't know. But I thought I'd leave you with one little hiking story. I started my through hike of the Appalachian Trail on February 28th of 2021. Cold time. But I'd been in Atlanta for like a month and a half, 2 months, going nuts, waiting to hike, and I'm like, I'm ready to go. So I started February 28th. Wasn't a bad start date. About 200 miles in is when you start the Great Smoky Mountains. So, of course, you have to sign some permits and things. They lets people know that you're there, whatever. Drop in a little box and enter the Great Smoky Mountains. First night in there, there's a shelter and it's packed because so many people are starting out. Now, later on, a lot of people fall to the wayside. But this is pretty early. There's a place called Mountain Crossings that a lot of people already have quit at. And that's like, I can't remember exactly, like 30 miles or something in. And you think, that's crazy if you think you're going to hike 2,192 miles that you quit at mile marker like 30. But people don't realize what it's like. They just think they're going to go out and have so much fun and no worries. But it's a lot different than most people think. But anyways, you get in the Smoky Mountains, and it's beautiful. And the first night there, of course, shelter was packed. I'd much rather stay in my tent anyways. I stay in shelter sometimes if there are not many people. But especially that early on, I'm in my tent. I'm more comfortable in my tent. Just happier. But so the next morning I wake up, I'm breaking down camp. And it's early. Like 6 a.m. because it's still early in the year. Maybe 6:30, whatever it was. So I got all my gear packed up, got my pack out of the tent. Oh, this thing's starting to smoke up. Ugh. Unfortunately, I don't have enough pellets. And what I have right now is the dust and stuff in there. I've got lots of blocks of wood, but I like the pellets. So unfortunately, having issues with my solo stove night. But anyways, the shelter was, very crowded. I want to say my tent. So I packed up all my gear. It's basically in my backpack. I set my backpack outside. I'm going to take my tent down. And the tent I normally use on thru hikes is a Z-Pax duplex. And I think it's the best tent in the world. They've done some upgrades to it, which I think are awesome. With a zipper on the flies. I don't have that one. But anyways, I started to take my trekking poles out, and that's how it's set up. You see 2 trekking poles set up and your stakes in the ground. I take the trekking poles out, the tent stays completely vertical. The mist and whatnot had frozen the tent solid. It was so funny. I'm like, boop, boop. I turn around, I'm like, why is my tent still standing up? It was so funny. Oh. Again, good times hiking the trail. But folks, hopefully we get some work done in the van tomorrow. If not, no big deal. Just things we want to get done. But we do need day after tomorrow to go pick up our packages. I did buy today real quick after work, stopped at a grocery store and got a red bell pepper. And I have multiple meat pucks. And I still have those like tortilla ice cream cone looking things. And I want to use them up. So I'm thinking about doing cheesesteaks with red pepper tomorrow for lunch or something. We'll see what happens. But that's what the plan is. But right now, it's a beautiful, clear night. I'm out here enjoying the woods. Again, I wish I was at the other place. And when that place finally opens, before they get the burn ban, I want to do a real campfire. When I came this way last year, today was the first day I spent in that forest, and I loved it. I didn't realize what the forest was until a few days later. But I love the whole area. It's a great place to hike around and enjoy yourself. But tonight, we're going to enjoy the fire for a little while longer. Then we're going to go to sleep. And hopefully, we'll get some stuff done tomorrow. But if not, no worries. But at least we don't have to get up right in the morning and, move or whatever. We're here. It's all right. Another boring van life idiot show with me. But again, van life is what it is. So you guys, thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it. And it helps the channel. And you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully getting work done on the van. See you tomorrow.